What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mel here with review. How you doing? How you doing? And also a happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I hope everybody's having a great time with their families. And again, their bellies full of turkey, stuffing, you know what. So yeah, I think last year I did like reviews like on Thanksgiving specials of like from Garfield to Peanuts. I'm like, wait, are there more? Like until I remember regular show because hey, I did the Halloween special, and last year I did the holiday one. Well, both. What was the Thanksgiving like? Oh, I forgot about one. And guess what it's called? The Thanksgiving special. Just like that. Just like the holiday special. Boom. So today I'll be talking my thoughts on regular show, the Thanksgiving special. I am not joking. This is from season 5, episode 12, and you know what's funny? It had its first. It was aired on the U.S. on November 25th, 2013, while in the UK it was aired November 24th, a year later. Yeah, we get 2013, they get 2014. What the hell? And also it was divided in two parts, which, okay. And this was their, wow. It's kind of weird. This was their first Thanksgiving special. I don't know, like, they did another one? I couldn't remember. It's quite an interesting one, actually. It's been a while since I saw this episode because, oh boy. Well, I don't know. Before we begin, did you subscribe to hit the bell? So, let's hope you have a good full. This is gonna take a while, so I hope you have a plate full of turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, hash, stuffing, a little bit of good beer after a good game of football. Well, let's check it out. So yeah, we all know this is a good episode which takes place back like in Thanksgiving morning, where Pop prepares the house and for the Thanksgiving dinner because everybody's invite their friends and family. And of course, the football game sponsored by billionaire and Bug Mart superstore owner Rich Buckner, which I don't know. He's supposed to be another stereotype, or he just looks like Donald Trump. I don't know. He has the baby hand vibes. Of course, Skips and Pops, preparing the dinner, which Muscle Man High Five goes, picking up the pies. Benson preparing the guest rooms. And Mordecai Rigby set up the table. Which Benson literally strictly bans both of them from entering the kitchen, even erecting a childproof safety gate in the kitchen doorway. Seriously? Okay. I don't think about Mordecai, but Rigby? Yeah. I think Rigby will cause more trouble because throughout the seasons, we've seen Rigby causing bullshit, like literally a whole lot more than Mordecai. Mordecai the simp. But after later seasons, he's not a simp anymore. More or less. Rigby, on the other hand, Jesus. Throughout the seasons, he gets everybody in trouble, killing the solids and everything. Damn. Don't get me on the solids, that's just nutty. Even Skips warns him about that. Hell, he died because he cheated in arm wrestling. Literally, he used like some kind of weird cheat gag to beat Skips in arm wrestling, and backfired. He yanks the gadget. He gives him the ultimate arm wrestling of death. Even means getting his soul back from death himself. But yeah, what could go wrong? Let's see. Okay. Play football in the house. Like I said, what could go wrong? However, once they're done setting the table, Let's say they've been around Benson's rules by playing around with fun football, predictable. The football flies into the kitchen, sets off a chain reaction, destroys the Thanksgiving dinner, culminating the turkey landing in a deep fryer, rocketing off the stunt ramp before exploding, which... Why is there a ramp? Stunt ramp. Oh, Muscle Man. Which, of course, Benson is pissed off, which... Alright, forgot. Since Rigby is short, he could not catch the damn ball. No shit. Which, of course, calling the act the worst thing Mordecai Rigby has ever done. However, there's still time to fix everything, which, of course, Muscle Man High Five Ghost came by new sides. Thomas... I forgot to remind you, he's still wearing the pizza costume from the Halloween special because he lost the bet. Kip pick up the families from the airport while Skips, Pops, Benson King buy a new turkey. Mordecai Rigby are told to stay home as they helped enough. But of course, they feel bad and they think they're going to get fired, which... Remember, this is a Thanksgiving dinner. Everybody's coming, your family, your friends, and you screwed it up. The first thing they'll see is, yeah, oh, this is my mom and dad. Oh yeah, you're fired. Right in front of them. Whoo, man. Imagine you screw up that bad. Like, very bad. Of course. What to do. Which, of course, they notice an ad for a competition hosted by one farmer Jimmy. Whoever can come on stage and sing the best Thanksgiving theme song, which... Was this like a homage to, like, later... I think it was season... I can't remember. It was the Happy Birthday song, and the same thing was the most delicious birthday cake. It was for Mr. Maillard. Yeah. This time, this was before that. Win a turducken. What the fuck's a turducken? Well, it's a turkey stuffed with a duck stuffed within a chicken. Yeah. You heard that right. Turkey, duck, chicken. And it's actually a real thing. I checked. Which, holy shit. Okay. Now I'm curious how it tastes. And which I heard is born naturally every million years. I'm like, huh? Melvin, this is regular show. Any shit can happen. Okay then. Anywho, it became the prize for the contest and reasoning they are good at making up songs, which of course... Sorry. Unfortunately, fixing Thanksgiving is proved to be a disaster for their friends. Muscleman High Five enter a restaurant called The Sidelines to buy new sides. After placing his order, the two notice a football promo on TV for the best end zone dance. They are unimpressed by the football player Brock's statement end zone dance and start mocking them. We'll just say until Brock Stedman himself, who happens to be in the restaurant at the time, steps up to confront them, which... Ooh. Not a good time. While at the mart, Skips, Pop, Benson finally one turkey left. And pretend to buy it, but are being stopped by a group of particular characters. 3 men dressed up as a pilgrim, a turkey, and an Indian. Which... what? After they fail attempt to take the turkey away from them, let's say the turkey costume man punches Pops in the face and he snatched the turkey, escaping the minivan. Pops, Benson, and Skips give chase in Carmenita. The car. Wow. Ain't that crazy? Meanwhile, of course, Mark Rigby are on the freeway, running up songs, in a way, on their way to the contest, which, let's face it, they're good at making up songs. And of course, one of them brings spoons to perform spoon boning, which, who remembers hand boning? But it's hand boning, it's spoon boning with their song. Which, of course, however, they get caught in a gridlock and are forced to take a different route. Which, they visit Margaret's dad, who assures Mordecai that Margaret is doing well and working on her term paper, and asks him to fly them to the contest in his helicopter, which, of course, he agrees. As they after that little, let's just say, get the nudge at the pool party, and that ultimate cannonball, which I like the ending where both of them are still holding hands, which that thing that both holding their hands actually saved their lives. And Rigby just, and Margaret's dad like, do you know this clown? Nope. Jesus. Of course, back in the sideline. Okay, back in the restaurant. Brock's statement reveals that instead of wanting to beat up Muscle Man for mocking him, he challenges him to a dance-off. An end zone dance-off. Let's just say both are evenly matched until Muscle Man botches the perfect full split painfully, which Simon declares the victory. Slamming the football down, however, the football bounces and destroys Muscle Man's order of size. Whoo! Damn. In the city, which of course Benson's group is still on hot pursuit of the weird turkey thieves. Who attack with a flamethrower bouncing like, what? After a struggle, they manage to get the turkey back. The Thanksgiving character, the minivan, is destroyed, but continue chasing on foot. After another struggle, the turkey is dropped on the road and run over by a mopped driver, which Benson yells in pissed off. No shit. Wow. Okay, imagine you had a worse day. You got Morgan Rigby trying to making things up by getting his turducken, while the rest are not doing well on their side missions. Like Muscle Man lost it, painfully, which unfortunately lost his side dishes. Pops, Skips, and Benson lost a damn turkey from a group of weirdos. As for Mordecai and Rigby, they arrive at the stage, which is a little help from Margaret's dad. Are still perfecting their act, and are watching contests unfold on the helicopter's TV, which Frank comments that the contest is nearly over, while their song is still incomplete and needs to come from the heart. But Mordecai replies that none of the entries so far have been good. However, to everyone's surprise, Rich Bugner himself is participating in the contest and has poured a lot of money into a spectacular Thanksgiving song called Chewing on Freedom, which involves some famous music stars, celebrities, glorious special effects, and crowd-pleasing patriotism. And who are those celebrities? Let's see. We have, Otto T, Dusty B, Jennifer. Who else? There were more because I saw recalled them. RGB2, Ace Balthasar, Hair to the Throne, Astronauts, Formageddon, LaDonna, Carter and Briggs, Sensei Chung, Frank Smith, Party Pete, Knight. Jesus Christ. Some past characters from the show. Ain't that interesting, huh? Of course, Mordecai and Rigby arrive on stage right before the contest ends, with their act still incomplete. However, before they perform, Thomas calls and informs them since their families aren't present at the airport, they won't be home for Thanksgiving. Rigby is crestfallen and wants to leave, believing their efforts have been nothing. But of course, Mordecai finally knows what the song should be about, which, of course, is about how they wrecked the Thanksgiving dinner and try to fix it. Which, okay. And what's this title of the song is called? What Are You Thankful For? And of course, you wonder what happened, but at least you spin from the quote here. It says, on the spot, with the songs being all about food and football are not nice but mean nothing without your family around, that things are sure to go wrong on a day, but at least you spend quality time with friends. Which of course, Muscleman, High Five, Statement, Pops gets Benson, and the Thanksgiving characters watch the act on TV, which of course Benson forgives him. Everybody is touched by the song, even Rich Buckner's backup performers join in, with Rigby impressing the crowd with a spoon bowling act, but Buckner himself retreats in the shadows. Into the shadow realm. Which of course, Farmer Jimmy, not confusing Farmer Jim from Looney Tunes, come on, declares Rigby and Mordecai the winners, and the prize turducken. But unfortunately, Buckner steals the turducken with a grappling hook from his blimp. Frank arrives on the scene in his helicopter, picks up Mordecai and Rigby, and chases down Rich. Which of course, the Thanksgiving characters are also outraged at Rich, feeling that Mordecai and Rigby's songs perfectly embodied all the holiday stands for an arranged truce between Skids, Benson, and Pops. In the restaurant, there was also a truce between Muscleman and Muscleman High Five as well. It flies them in his jets along with his team, which, wow. And here's a little funny gag here. When Mordecai and Rigby mounts aboard the Zeppelin, hey, come on. You know Zeppelin's more kitcher than blimp. Confronts Rich, let's just say, who has a turducken on his table. Rich reveals the reason he wanted a turducken wasn't to eat it, but the natural-born turducken has a golden wishbone that can actually grant wishes. Listen, a natural-born turduckens have golden wishbones that can actually grant wishes. So, how the fuck? Okay, have you seen his blimp? It's all gold, so he's supposed to be a parody of Donald Trump. Oh boy, I'm betting $20 if he didn't just pull out a golden wishbone and say he's gonna screw up the White House right now. At least we have South Park to give us a good laugh from the last episode. To tell you the truth, when I saw the last episode of South Park, damn, I laughed so hard, I almost choked. I almost laughed to death. No joke. Even that, if you know the scene with him and Vance. Jesus Christ. Damn. It's just too funny. I did like the gag with what they did with Melania as the woman in the hat. Bullshit. They didn't give her the role of the woman in black. Like, the woman in black, the movie. That with the big ass hat. People say, "Wait, where did that?" Nope, that's an actual hat she wore in the UK. But seriously, a wishbone that grants wishes. Oh boy, what could go wrong? Of course, Mordecai asks what Rich could possibly wish for. Which, of course, Rich replies that he's going to wish for right now to own Thanksgiving itself. He further explains that no one gives him thanks despite owning a superstore chain that virtually everyone buys their Thanksgiving wares from, and that they're too busy with their families. He hopes to earn his thanks with one wish from the wishbone, which of course, seriously? You're telling me you're always the wish? You're gonna make a wish. You're gonna own Thanksgiving because no one gives thanks to you because they shop at your supermarket. What the fuck? I got a question for you. Did you do something for the community, like do donations, like donate some of your fortune to a cause or something? Did you do something with that fortune? Because I seen that blimp from the inside. That's gold, like 24 karat gold. So, did you do something for the community? Did you donate? Did you donate some of that that money you have? Because if so, people should do like if they thankful for you. But since you did, you like some greedy bastard. So no. And of course, Mordecai and Rigby fight Bugner over the golden wishbone, with their friends providing assistance outside. Muscle Man managed to puncture the blimp with cleats by landing on the blimp from the Stutzman jets, and of course Benson's group attacks the blimp with arrows from the Indian costume Thanksgiving character, which the blimp is on a collision course with a suspension bridge, which, oh boy, everyone but Mordecai, Rigby, and Rich evacuate. Eventually, Rich kicks Mordecai and Rigby off the blimp and tries to make his wish, only to discover that Rigby has switched to Golden Wishbone with his spoon, which of course, the blimp crashes and Buckner seemingly dies, which, did he die actually? Nobody knows. No body, no death count. That's the rule. I didn't make the rule, ask Dan Meat. He made that rule. It's official. No body, no dead, counted for. Of course, during a free fall, they make the wish to be home safely with all their friends and family. However, because the wishbone is solid gold, it proves to be hard to break, which, miracles from holding the ground, the wishbone finally breaks, and the pair are safely teleported back home with all their friends. Which of course, Tom comes out of the house, telling everyone that he was looking at the departing flight charts instead of the arriving flight charts. And that everyone's families are in the house. Which of course, Mark and Rigby greet with their respective parents, which... You want to know something funny? Take a good look at Rigby's dad. Dude. By the time when the movie came out, they redesigned Rigby's dad to make him look like a bigger loser than Rigby. Like literally, he calls Rigby a failure instead that Don is more successful than Rigby. In fact, and funny, I remember I think it was season 6. Hold on, I'm trying to remember which was the episode because I'm trying to remember what season when Rigby was getting his diploma. That was around 2015, 2016. So season 7. It was season 7 around that time period where Rigby was getting hit. Sorry. As I was saying. God damn it. Sorry about that. as I was saying, before my cops interrupted me, Scene 7 was when Rigby wants to get his high school diploma, but his dad was a total jackass. And you see how he wears, he's like in his boxers and tank top. You know what's funny? He calls him a failure, and yet he's a reflection of Rigby, but as a grown man. He's a failure. You know who's more supportive was his mom. And when you see this design of Rigby's dad, I'm like, wait, is this Rigby? Okay, because Mordecai's dad, we see Mordecai's parents, yeah. They still retain the same design, right? Mordecai's dad, same design, and he's an architect. And of course, his mom still maintained the same design. We see Don, butt naked, which he said that's the coolest thing ever. Like, they give him the crotch line, like, huh? It's actually pretty funny. And not just that, we also see Muscle Man's dad, most specifically his ghost. I'm like, well, High Five Ghost is there. Of course, he invited another ghost in the house. Ain't that weird? Also, we see Skips' cousin, and I don't know who's the one between the middle of them. Is that his other cousin, I believe? Okay, we see Muscle Man's family, his dad, I think his grandpa or dad, his brother, Low Five. But damn. Okay, but still. Seeing, I forgot the name of Rigby's dad, but seeing this different design of Rigby's dad, and this was before the movie, because, okay, when did this special come out? This special came out in 2013. When did the movie come out? 2015, so 2 years. And this was in season 5. The movie didn't come out until around season 7, before the start of season 7. Where we see the Flash when they're on the school, around that's when they did the redesign of Rigby's dad. And of course we did, because remember, if you see back and forth, I think this when they started showing Rigby's dad wearing that, the lazy man outfit. The underwear, the shorts, and the tank top. And calling Rigby a failure. I didn't like how they made amends at the end when they almost got killed because he cared about more his car than Rigby. And the fact he's actually fighting in front of Eileen, which he said, I'm sorry, Eileen. They continue fighting my damn idiot son. He's more nice than Eileen, and he goes back fighting. But yeah, continuing here, which, Jesus Christ. And here's another thing. We said, oh look, Thomas's mom. We all know we all know what Thomas actually is. A Russian spy. So who is this? A robot. Which is actually confirmed is actually a robot. And his outfit is actually there's one of the pepperonis is actually a speaker. Because remember in the flashbacks in The Real Thomas, he was trying to, during the Halloween episode, he was actually messing about the power grid. And he had took that off, and he didn't even take a shower. When he took that off, whoo boy, he smelled funky. After he took that off, because remember, he lost a bet back in the Halloween special back in 2013. And this was the same year in season 5. Damn. But yeah, we see like everybody calling the football team the 3 Thanksgiving weirdos. I don't know why they're dressed like that. Muscle Man family, his dad, Muscle Dad, Muscle Bro, RGB2, everybody who appeared. Which, damn. Which, of course, is pretty funny, including not just their families, but also the characters. Including the celebrities as well that I encountered that day. Complete with the Thanksgiving turkey dinner already fully prepared by them. Which, that was kind of nice. Nice. I was expecting the turducken, but it's already destroyed. Ouch. Now I have to wait for another million years. But yeah. Everyone, including Benson, toasts with Mordecai and Rigby to each other for saving Thanksgiving. And of course, finally, Thomas finally gets rid of the pizza costume he has to wear. The Thanksgiving special ends with a high five for Mordecai and Rigby, which this was a good episode. This was a good special. I tell you what, I recommend it. I love these shenanigans, which is okay. You started with they actually fucked up the dinner. Now each one has their own their own quest. Like you got Pops, Skips, and Benson trying to get the turkey. High Five goes and Muscle Man getting the side dishes. As for Mark and Thomas picking up the families and friends at the airport, and Mark and Rippy feel bad of fucking things up. Decided to, hey, how about we win this turducken? Unaware, there's some evil plot behind it. Overall, this was a good special. I kind of like it, and also the meaning including the meaning it mentioned as well. It doesn't matter about the food or anything, as long as with your as long as if you're sorry, I keep stuttering. As long as that you celebrated with your family and friends. That's all I'm trying to say. But yeah, I think that'll be it for today. And if you like this review, give a like. And also comment down below what else you want me to do. Because, hey, next week's December, boys and girls. Whatever. And you know what I mean. Holiday special. So, let's see. Comment down below which holiday special you want me to do a review on. Most specifically, which one I didn't do. Because, remember, I think it was back 2022 or 2023. I did mostly my reviews on the Rankin Bass. Then 2023, a couple of holiday specials in 2024, same as well. So comment down below on which holiday special you want me to do or a reaction to. Because hey, there's a couple of Thanksgiving specials I can fill for like maybe 2 or 3. But until then, have a great day. Stay safe. Enjoy your Thanksgiving with your family and friends. Until then, see you next time. Stay safe. Peace out. See ya.